This is not going to be an easy recap to do whatsoever. Phillies and Orioles just capped off game one of this three-game series, and we gotta fucking talk about it. Let's do it, guys. Welcome everyone, it is your boy El Parcero Philly, unite of all things sports and culture here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. Today we're talking about the Phillies facing off against the Baltimore Orioles in game one of this three-game series. Guys, look, before this game, we split the series against the Braves. We saw some good, we saw a bad Sunday where we saw a doubleheader where we lost both games, but I figured going into this game, this Baltimore Orioles team just got swept by the Miami Marlins, who I think we need to stop underrating the Miami Marlins. And I figured that we would come up big in this series against the Baltimore Orioles. I felt like we'll get the bat swinging. The starting pitch is going to keep doing what it's doing. Zach Wheeler's on the mound. Zach Wheeler's 2-0 in the season thus far. I felt really good, but what we got was, oh man, I don't even know how to describe it. We're going to touch upon it all today, but the Phillies would fall to the Baltimore Orioles 10-9 in a terrible fashion. This one really still stings in my. Still leaves a really bitter, sour taste in my mouth, and we're gonna dive all into it, guys. But before we dive into it, guys, do not forget, please, it would truly mean the world to me if you would hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and the channel to help continue the growth of your favorite Parcero. And guys, do not forget that El Parcero Philly is a proud member of Philly Sports Network. Head on over to Philly Sports Network for all your Philly sports needs, from the Phillies to the Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, the Union, Fusion, Wings, college, all the college sports. Shouts out to all my Temple fans. We got you covered over at PSN. Head on over to the link in my bio to go check out PSN. Do not want to miss anything we got on there. Stay up to date with everything Philly sports. That's right, Phillies fall to the Baltimore Orioles 10-9, and I'll be honest with you guys, I think we all underestimated the Baltimore Orioles, and it started off good. We had 5 scoreless innings. Zach Wheeler was looking good. He was dishing, and you're scoreless after 5 innings. At some point someone's going to have to score a run, right? Well, Zach Wheeler left the 5 innings scoreless, and then things started going our way. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Andrew McCutchen with a nice little single to center field, and that would bring in Jay Bruce and Adam Hazley to give the Phillies a 2-0 lead. Then in the bottom of the 5th inning, Jay Bruce would absolutely destroy a ball to right field to put the Phillies up 3-0. And I'm not kidding. This guy literally knocked this out of the ballpark. It had to have been at least 440 feet. It was a nice shot. He has truly been a consistent hitter for this Phillies. He's been the power. He's truly been the power in this Phillies lineup. And then the top of the 6th inning happened, and for Zach Wheeler, things started to fall apart, unfortunately. Santander would get a double, and then Nunez would hit a single to left field that would bring Santander to home from second base. And then now the score is 3-1. Then next up, Rio Ruiz would hit a double to left field. That would bring in Nunez. Now scores 3-2. Things are starting to get a little shaky here. Dwight Smith, who was swinging all damn game literally, would take advantage of Scott Kingery in his bad form right now. Kingery should have. It was a grounder that went right to Kingery, and it just bounced right off his glove. And as Scott Kingery, as a professional second baseman in Major League Baseball, should get that ball and it should be a routine ground out. But no, it would go right over Scott Kingery, and that would bring in Rio Ruiz. And now the score is tied 3-3 after you had the 3-0 lead. So Zach Wheeler, it just fell apart in an instance, and unfortunately, he would get replaced by Adam Morgan, who then finished the inning, and then for the next 4 or 5 innings. 4 innings, and then the extra inning from extra innings, and then the 1 extra inning in extra innings. We saw a different pitcher in every single one of these innings. In the 7th inning, Tommy Hunter would pitch in that inning itself, and he would allow 2 runs. putting the score up 5-3. And then the bottom of the eighth inning, thank God we have Bryce Harper. He would hit a 2-run home run to left field, tying the game up back to 5-5. And then Gene Segura would hit a solo home run, giving us the lead again, 6-5. And at that point, just close out the game, just for once, close out the game. And no, it couldn't happen. Unfortunately, Hector Neris could not close out this game. With the game tied 6-6, the WTF moment came when you got the bases loaded for the Baltimore Orioles. Pedro Severino would hit a pop-up, and this pop-up wouldn't even get past the pitcher's mound. You had Hector Neris, Rhys Hoskins, and for whatever reason, Gene Segura from third base came all the way from third base to try to catch this pop-up. And Rhys Hoskins heard Gene Segura say, I got it. And Gene Segura did not have it. And that would bring in 2 runs to put the Orioles up 8-6 in the top of the ninth. My God, Gene Segura, why are you all the way there? You should not be leaving the third base. This is, like, to me, this is just fundamental baseball. I learned this shit when I was 12 years old playing Little League Baseball. Why the hell did Gene Segura come all the way from third base to try to catch this ball? If anything, Hector Neris should have caught it, or Rhys Hoskins should have caught it, but Gene Segura, that is just some boneheaded playing right there, and that puts up 2 more runs there. Luckily, we got some help from our batting, but dude, that to me is like that's the what the hell moment of the week. I don't think the Sixers could do anything to top this. I don't really don't think the Flyers could do anything to top this. They are so hot right now that they can't do anything to mess it up. But Gene Segura, what the hell, man? And Hector Neris had a bad outing, and all he just wanted was just to get the hell out of this inning, and Gene Segura just messed it up. And oh my God. Luckily, bottom of the ninth, Didi Gregorius came up big here, bases loaded, hits a pop-up to center field. That would bring 2 runners to tie the game up back to 8-8. And now we head into extra innings, the first extra innings for the Phillies in the 2020 season. There's a new rule, though. Obviously, with the 60-game season, a lot of new rules. We talked about the 7-inning doubleheaders. And then the other big major rule that has a lot of baseball purists upset is the extra inning rule, where you have a batter starting off at second base. Certainly adds a different element of intrigue and entertainment to the game. Top of the 10th, Baltimore's Austin Hayes would hit a pop-up to center field. Roman Quinn again, and I feel like this is like at least the third or fourth time this has happened to Roman Quinn. A pop-up comes to center field, and Roman Quinn cannot track that ball down. It bounces right in front of him, goes over his head. Bringing Velasquez was at second base all the way home, and then Austin Hayes made a heads-up play, ran his ass off, and got an infield home run. My God, do you know how hard it is to hit a in-park home run? For you to hit the ball within the confines of the baseball field, right? To run all 4 bases, dude, that is so hard to do, and the Phillies allowed Austin Hayes to do it. Again, lackadaisical, lazy play, lack of fundamentals on that play as well, and that would put the Orioles up 10-8 in the top of the 10th inning. Jeez Louise. Luckily, bottom of the 10th, thank God for Jay Bruce. He would hit a single himself that would bring in Gene Segura off of a single. Now with batters on second and third, Rhys Hoskins would come up with 2 outs, and Rhys Hoskins unfortunately could not come up clutch. He would pop out, and that would end the game there. The Phillies falling to the Baltimore Orioles 10-9 in 10 innings. And again, I'm going to start off with what we've talked about plenty throughout this season already, and we're going to continue talking about this again. It's the bullpen does not step up in moments that you need them to step up. This is historically one of the worst bullpens in baseball history, not just in Phillies history, but baseball history. You go through Adam Morgan, Tommy Hunter, Jose Alvarez, Hector Neris, and freaking Delois Guerra gets in there as well in the 10th inning. And dude, this bullpen, you for the life of them cannot bail this team out. Zach Wheeler unfortunately, he did not have he had a good 5 innings, but obviously 6 inning things happen. But you can't expect your starters to come out and look like Randy Johnson every game. It's just not realistic to think. People, this is a team sport. People have to step up. And unfortunately, the bullpen, we don't have the firepower or what it takes. Obviously, we know the Phillies sent down Nick Pivetta, Trevor Kelly, Nick Williams down, optioned them down to AAA, and then they would bring up Connor Brogdon and Blake Parker back to Philly. And we saw Blake Parker actually did warm up in the bullpen here, but they did not. None of them got put in this game here. And I really hope that these guys. I'm hearing promising things from both of these guys. Hopefully, one of them or both of them can contribute for this bullpen, because this bullpen is terrible. And again, they lost you this. They had a part to do with losing this game here. Zach Wheeler would pitch 5 2/3 innings. He would allow 8 hits, 3 earned runs, and only had 2 strikeouts. So obviously not the type of performance that we saw in the first 2 games for Zach Wheeler. Hopefully in his next start he can bounce back here, but very uncharacteristic thus far in Zach Wheeler's young Phillies career. Rhys Hoskins added 2 more hits to his season here. We know he's on the slide here, but again, another 2-hit game. This is good. This is good for him. I would have liked to see him, try to win the game for us in that bottom of the 10th inning there. But it just didn't happen. But again, you can continue building off this. It's about trying to build up the confidence that he clearly had lost. He would go 2 for 6 on the day. Bryce Harper also went 2 for 4 with the home run and 2 RBIs. He's contributing, ladies and gentlemen. Bryce Harper is contributing and he's being one of the main hitters on this team here. Jay Bruce with a monster game. Yo, Jay Bruce, though, 3 for 5 with a homer, 2 RBIs. Dude, Jay Bruce has been, I know some people, a lot of baseball peers are not a fan of this whole DH in the National League, but it literally is helping us out, because Jay Bruce as a DH, it's huge. That's absolute. McCutcheon had a solid outing as well. Went 1 for 4 and 2 RBIs. He got the scoring started for the Phillies in the 3rd inning. He would get replaced by Roman Quinn later on in the game. Scott Kingery, guys, is a problem. He's a problem right now, guys. He went 0 for 5 in this game. We talked about the miss ground out that would continue the surge of runs for the Baltimore Orioles when Zach Wheeler was in, and he 0 for 5, guys. Like 0 for freaking 5. His batting average right now is 100. At least he improved it, because a couple days ago it was at a 97, so now it's at 100. But he is lost right now. At least Reese is starting to get out of that slide, but Sky is deep in that hole. We need him to step up in one of these couple games. Like we talked about it before, we need him to continue. He's declined. Like the growth he had last year at the end was great, and we figured he would build off that, but he's not. And it's truly, truly worrisome right now, guys. Fundamentals. Basic baseball fundamentals were an issue here. We saw it in the later innings in this game a couple times where, we shouldn't have allowed some of these runs to happen for Baltimore. But because of defensive fundamentals were lacking at times in this game, some of these mistakes happened, and we lost the game. Like, I don't understand how you play Major League Baseball and some of these mistakes happen. Like the Gene Segura, missing the pop-up. Like, why was he all the way over there? Scott Kingery missing that Dwight Smith ground out. Like, and Roman Quinn not being able to track down center fields. Like, this has to be driving Joe Girardi crazy. Like, he comes from the New York Yankees, which, I mean, listen, I hate the New York Yankees, but they are professional as they come in professional sports. And then he comes here, and guys don't even have simple fundamentals of baseball. Like, what the hell, guys? Joe really has to go over fundamentals in practice? You don't even have time to go over freaking fundamentals in practice in the majors. God damn. All right, before we move on, guys, we have to touch upon the JT Realmuto contract talks. And I put a tweet out there yesterday before the game, and simply saying that, look, the contract negotiations with JT Realmuto are not going to be as easy as people think. JT is going to command a lot of money here, guys. He deserves it. He's the best catcher of baseball, and he's a crucial piece to this Phillies ball team. But we have to remember that we're still going through a pandemic, a global pandemic. everyone financially is hurting. Even the biggest of the biggest billionaires are going through it right now with this pandemic because it's killing everyone financially. Baseball and all their professional sports are losing money because they don't have that stadium revenue that makes up at least 40% of all franchises revenue. So you put that into consideration and remember that JT Realmuto is going to command a lot of money. These negotiations are not going to be as smooth as possible. Now, the fact that the Phillies haven't even discussed it, the thing is, like, they haven't even been clear and upfront with JT and his people about what's going on. Like, hey, we want to sign you, but right now it's difficult because we are losing money because of the pandemic. At least be straightforward and be transparent with your client here. But unfortunately, the Phillies, again, being knuckleheads that they are in the front office at times, we might lose out a crucial piece of this team here in JT Realmuto because of that. But I digress. We're gonna have to wait it out and see what happens. But it's not looking promising. JT playing in Phillies pinstripes next year. I'm just saying, and it's been brought to attention plenty in the Phillies fan base, but it just does not look good, guys, unfortunately. The Phillies are back at it today, 7:05. Right now, it just started raining in the Philadelphia area, so we will see if the game gets postponed. Of course, if you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I will keep you posted right away when it happens. Once I get that notification that it happens, I will let you guys know if it does get postponed. But for right now, 7:05, first pitch, Phillies and Orioles in Game 2. We got Wade LeBlanc going off against Zach Eflin, and for Zachy, please just build off of that first performance against the Yankees. That was a solid performance. Do that again, man. This is a weaker hitting lineup than the New York Yankees. I mean, last night they looked better than the New York Yankees. The Baltimore Orioles did. So hopefully tonight, Eflin has a great performance, builds off that performance. The hitting continues. No more mental boneheaded, no fundamentals in the infield. I do not need that, guys. Please do not mess with my sanity. The Sixers are not looking good, and the Flyers are in the playoffs, so I don't need you fucking this up for me. Please, Phils. Please. Guys, that's all I got for you today. In the comments below, let's talk about it. Let me know your thoughts about this game. What frustrated you the most? Let's talk about the JT contract. What are your thoughts on that? And let's talk about Game 2 here against the Orioles. Let's talk about it all in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much for checking this out. If you have watched up to this point, but please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to continue helping your favorite parcero grow. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your boy, El Parcero Philly, and I'm telling you guys, ring that damn bell. Talk to you soon.